July 19th, 2025. 9:58 p.m. A father's voice cracks with panic on a 911 call from Lake George, New York.
9-year-old daughter was possibly abducted in a white van, went south on the interstate.
His 9-year-old daughter, Melina Frattolin, was snatched by a stranger in a white van, or so he claims. An amber alert blasts out, warning of imminent danger of death. Police swarm the Adirondacks, racing against time. But within hours, a chilling truth surfaces. There was no abduction. Did Melina's father, Luciano Frattolin, spin a deadly lie? Was this a cry for help, or the start of a sinister cover-up?
Melina Galanis Frattolin, a 9-year-old from Montreal, was a spark of joy with brown hair and eyes. On a summer trip with her father, Luciano, in Lake George, New York, she was supposed to be making memories. But at 9:40 p.m. on July 19th, 2025, she vanished near exit 22 of I-87. Why was a 9-year-old alone on a desolate highway? And why did her father wait 18 minutes to call for help? The clock was already ticking. What was Melina doing that night? And who was really watching her? Luciano Frattolin, 45, was a Montreal entrepreneur who called Melina the light of his life on his Gambella Coffee website. On July 19th, he told police a white van took her at 9:40 p.m. His 911 call, 18 minutes later, sparked chaos. But police saw red flags. Luciano's timeline shifted. 7:40 p.m., then 9:40 p.m. No van, no witnesses. His story was unraveling. Was he a grieving dad or a man hiding a terrible truth? Why did Luciano's story keep changing? And what was he desperate to conceal? One piece of this puzzle is eerily missing: Melina's mother. No name, no statement, no trace. Luciano, a single father, was alone with Melina in Lake George. Was her mother estranged, dead, or hiding something Luciano feared? In a case built on lies, her absence is a scream in the silence. What secrets does Melina's family hold? Who is Melina's mother? And why is she a ghost in this tragedy? At 1:30 a.m. on July 20th, an amber alert burned across New York. Melina Frattolin, taken by a stranger. Police and rangers scoured the Adirondacks, chasing a phantom van. But on Sunday afternoon, a ranger's discovery shattered hope. Melina's body, hidden in a Ticonderoga forest, 30 to 45 miles from Luciano's story. Then, the gut punch. Police said no abduction occurred. If no one took her, how did Melina die so far away? Was Melina moved after her death, or was she never where Luciano said?
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. State police announcing a tragic ending to the Amber Alert issued early this morning. The 9-year-old girl they were trying to locate has now been found dead. The Amber Alert was initially reported that the young girl was abducted on the Northway. State police now telling us that there's no indication that any kind of abduction had occurred. They say that there's no threat to the public, but the update is raising more questions than answers about what happened. News 10's Amber Fisher has been following this. She joins us live in studio with the latest on the investigation. Good evening, Amber.
Thank you, Cassie. 9-year-old Melina Frattolin, who had been reported missing out of Lake George last night, has sadly been found dead in Ticonderoga today, according to New York State Police. An Amber Alert for her disappearance, issued early this morning, has now been canceled. Earlier today, I took a drive out to Ticonderoga and nearby Paradox, looking for answers. An Amber Alert was issued around 1:30 Sunday morning. At 4:18 p.m., New York State troopers released a press release confirming that Melina was found dead and canceling the Amber Alert. According to the press release, Warren County 911 received a call at 9:58 Saturday night from 45-year-old Luciano Frattolin, who reported his daughter, 9-year-old Melina, missing with a possible abduction near exit 22 on the Northway. The initial Amber Alert had also reported that Melina was last seen in a white van heading southbound. According to state police, they are both residents of Canada. The investigation was initially led by the Warren County Sheriff's Office and aided by various police agencies, including the New York State Police Canine and Aviation units. In a statement received by ABC from state police, they said, quote, "As the case progressed, law enforcement identified the inconsistencies in the father's account of events and the timeline he provided. Unfortunately, Melina was found dead in Ticonderoga on Sunday."
A white van. It's the stuff of nightmares, a staple in true crime horror. Luciano claimed a stranger in a white van took Melina, igniting panic. But police found no trace of it. The white van has haunted cases before. Ted Bundy lured victims with one. Ariel Castro used one to abduct his captives. Was Luciano's van a real threat or a convenient fiction? Did he borrow this terrifying trope to deflect suspicion, knowing police would chase a ghost? Was the white van a lie or a clue to a darker truth? When a child disappears, parents are often the first suspects. Psychologists say deceptive parents may fabricate abductions to shift blame or buy time. Susan Smith claimed a carjacker took her sons. Casey Anthony lied about her daughter's nanny. Luciano's shifting timeline, 18 minutes unaccounted for, a van that never existed, fits a pattern. Was he overwhelmed by grief, or was he crafting a story to hide guilt? Experts say liars often overcomplicate their tales, and Luciano's story was falling apart fast. Is Luciano's behavior a sign of innocence or a textbook case of deception? As of July 21st, 2025, Melina's cause of death is locked away. Luciano Frattolin, last known in Canada, has gone silent. No arrests, no charges. The New York State Police, now leading, promise answers in today's press conference. On social media, the public is raging, with posts calling Luciano a monster and demanding justice. How did Melina end up 30 miles away? Where's her mother? And why does Luciano's story keep crumbling? The truth is out there, but it's buried deep. Will the press conference unmask a killer or deepen the shadows?
9-year-old daughter was possibly abducted in a white van, went south on the interstate.
Melina Frattolin, a 9-year-old girl, deserved a life full of light. Instead, her story ended in darkness. Was it an accident, a betrayal, or something worse? As we wait for answers, we honor her memory. Call the New York State Police at 518-743-2501 with tips. Like, comment, and share to keep Melina's fight for justice alive. What do you think happened that night? Tell us below.